And the Criterion Film Collection is actually my favorite film collection. I'm about to give you some commentary on this bitch. Let's see here. So what stands, well, immediately stands out. This is kind of a recommendations video as well, but I would definitely recommend Eraserhead from David Lynch. I think I've only seen this movie once, but David Lynch is one of my favorite filmmakers. I just don't know if I could ever see this again. I like most of his movies. I like Mulholland Drive, Blue Velvet, especially Laura Dern. Jesus Christ! But no, Mulholland Drive. What else? What was the other one that I mentioned? What was the other one I mentioned?
Blue Velvet?
Oh yeah, Blue Velvet, and then there's one with I think Marilyn Manson is in it called Lost Highway. I think those are probably my top. Well, there's Inland Empire too, which has Laura Dern, but yeah, his dream logic in movies is legendary. So definitely check this out. But this movie is a literal fucking nightmare. Like, I don't know if I can ever watch this movie again. That's probably my best description. It's a nightmare. Oh shit, I think. What film is this? Doctor Strangelove. Isn't this, holy shit, we actually have a Stanley Kubrick film. Doctor Strangelove? I think it's supposed to be like a darkly satirical film, but I don't think I've ever seen this. Have you seen this? Is it good?
It's fabulous.
Is it?
Yes, it's very relevant to what's happening now.
Well, Kubrick is my favorite director, clearly, but all time. But yeah, I've never seen this, so I should probably pick it up. What's it about then?
Nuclear war, I guess.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Like a satirical look at, I guess the age. What else stands out here? Oh, well, obviously can't go wrong with Wes Anderson. This is definitely a film that I love as well. Owen Wilson has magical powers. What else is in here? Jason Schwartzman. That dude kills me. And Adrian Brody. This is a really good film. I think it takes place in cough dab. I think in India. But definitely recommend. What else? What other goodies do we have around here that I recognize? You can scooch in closer, unless you're zooming in. But Godzilla, can't go wrong. I definitely like the older Godzilla films. Is this the original one? This might be the very, very, very first. Well, this must be the first one because this is 1954. Jesus Christ. I think this is the first one, but definitely love this version. I think it was 2014, the Bryan Cranston Godzilla film. From Gareth Edwards. I was a big fan of that film. It paid homage to that guy pretty good. What else is there? Oh, got some more Wes Anderson love. This movie is literally about a group of people. There's William Dafoe, there's Kate Blanchett, Owen Wilson, Bill Murray, the God. But basically, they're all trying to track down a shark to kill it. Basically. That's literally the premise of the movie. Look at this. Look at that cast. Look at that bitch. We got Jeff Goldblum up in there. Just think about that. The group of them comedically going to try to kill a shark. I mean, you just can't go wrong there. Ugh. Let's see. What else stands out? Okay. All right, Tarkovsky. Sadly, I have not had a chance to get into Tarkovsky that much. I know I'm interested in watching this one, Ivan's Childhood. Something about some 12-year-old boy in World War II, right? Something. I don't know, but I was looking at some of the cinematography of this online, and it looks pretty fantastic. So, obviously, he's a legend. I just haven't had a chance to dig into his movies, so I do want to watch this one. I'm pretty interested. Film that I want to. This might be the first film that I watched from him. Maybe. I can't remember what year he died, but he was like born in the 30s, so these are like some older films. But Stalker is supposed to be a great one. I really want to see this one. It's like some kind of weird sci-fi dream logic looking thing going on. That's what I'm assuming, but came out in 1979, but I definitely want to check it out though. Let's see. What else do we got? What else do we got? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay. Terrence Malick is one of my favorite filmmakers, and this is one of my all-time favorite films, The New World. It's got Colin Farrell in the lead. This movie is incredible. Christian Bale is in this as well. But it's basically about the story of Pocahontas and John Smith. But Jesus Christ. And sort of like the romance between Pocahontas and John Smith, who's played by Colin Farrell, but exceptional film. Blu-ray rip of this bad boy is pretty fantastic. So definitely high recommendation. This is a 10 out of 10 film for me, for sure. You said that you saw this one, right?
Yeah, I have that one at home.
Repo Man. I don't remember this film. Can you enlighten people about this movie?
It's a trip. It's about this kid who works for a repo company, and he repos a car that has something mysterious in the trunk. And people are after it.
Something mysterious in the trunk?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah, I don't remember that. There's like a lot of different versions. Wasn't there like a musical version of?
They're totally different.
They're totally different.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think the guy who made Saw 2 did like a musical-esque
That's Repo
version.
the Genetic Opera.
Oh, is that
and
totally
Repo
separate?
Man,
Yeah.
I don't know, it came out in like the 2000s. Those were related kind of in plot, but this is totally different from those.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I have to revisit that one. I saw something that caught my eye a second ago. Where the hell was it? Let me see. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my buddy Eric, I think I went over to his house for like 3 or 4 nights, and he was still watching the same black and white film. And I was like, bro, what is this old ass, boring looking fucking movie you're watching? It was this one. And I seen it, and it's 207 minutes long, and it's one of the best films I've ever seen. Clearly, it's about samurais, but this movie was made in 1954, and it's just like this samurai epic. These 7 men are trying to like save this town from this oncoming army. It's just one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Because there's no, there's no CGI, there's no green screens. And some of the sequences, like there's one sequence with a character who's like in a river, and there's like a barn or like a windmill behind him that's like burning. But when you start to realize that that's actually happening, masterpiece. I think I'm actually gonna purchase this pretty soon. The Samurai Trilogy, I saw this a couple years ago, and I can't remember if I got to the third one or not, but the first 2 were exceptional. Duel at the Temple. Either way, was it Hiroshi and Nagaki? Great films right here. Fantastic. Particularly the second one. The way that it opens up the second film is, oh my god, the shots of the character walking through the environments, like the widescreen shots are Jesus Christ. And then what else do we got? We have Silo. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've actually never personally heard this film or seen this film. I've never seen it, but I'm afraid to watch this movie. First off, look how fucked up that cover is. You know what I mean? That's not very inviting. Second off, let me see here. 18th century opus of torture and degradation to fascist Italy in 1944 remains one of the most passionately debated films of all time. This movie's fucked up. I don't know if I'll ever be watching it because it scares me. I think I might watch it. Wasn't the director murdered, I think? I'm not sure, but I don't know about this one. Maybe, though. I saw Gaspar Noé talking about it. Oh, shit. Well, there we go. Obvious pick. Scanners? Come on. What else? We got another good Terrence Malick film that I would recommend. It's definitely good. What else can we see? I know I've seen Traffic I don't remember it too well, but it might be one I have to revisit. I feel like I'm gonna say that that one's overrated, but I gotta see it again. I know Gaspar Noé was talking about this movie Seconds. I haven't had a chance to see this. Okay, well, first off, ban John Malkovich. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. I'm always messing up Spike's last name. I think it's Jones, but yeah, with Cameron Diaz is in here, and John Cusack. But they basically find a portal into John Malkovich's head, and it's pretty magical. I love that movie. It's so trippy. Easy 10 out of 10. What else? Boom, boom, boom. Where's the one movie I'm looking for, though? Oh, yeah, we got 12 Angry Men, but I really don't give a fuck about that movie. But, like, it is super popular, but it's not the kind of movie I could just watch again and again. Okay, Jesus Christ. This is the big one for me. It's a big one. Blue is the Warmest Color. It's basically about this girl who this came out in 2013. Gave it a 10 out of 10. It was one of my favorite films from that year, but I watched it late, sadly. So I don't think it ever made it to like my top 10 list. But this film is about this chick right here, Adele, who I think she believes she's straight at first, but then realizes that she's gay and falls in love with this chick. This film is incredible. It's a long movie. It's like 179 minutes, but it's super raw, really emotionally intense, and it's just super deep. And it's kind of got like an almost Terrence Malick cinematography for it. So I would definitely recommend this film. It is pretty exceptional. That was the movie I was looking for, by the way, a few moments ago. Has anyone seen this movie? I haven't personally, but I love Del Toro though. I think the first couple Hellboys and like Mimic, especially. Does anyone remember Mimic? That was so good. About like those, it was like some kind of, I don't want to say aliens, but they were like creatures that were like humanoid and like cockroach. Like, have you seen that?
Yeah.
The movie's so good, and they got stuck in the subway system with those creatures.
Yeah, and then I think there was a second one where they got stuck in a school or something.
There was a second one?
I think so. I think there was a Mimics too.
Was it? Okay. Oh, well, I mean, and there's like Pan's Labyrinth and so on and so forth. I think Pan's Labyrinth might be my favorite film from Del Toro. I've never seen this one from Wes Anderson, though. I've heard many great things about it, but I actually haven't seen it. Guillermo del Toro film. So good. Jesus. Shout out to the guy who plays... I got set the mic down for this, but he plays that, a creature that has like the fucking eyeballs. Yeah, that actor... Guys who do those kind of roles, like... I feel like they're grossly overlooked, because Andy Serkis in War for Planet of the Apes, I thought he was literally Oscar-worthy, but they won't give him the nomination because he's literally an ape. If it's not, it certainly feels like it. God, look at this cast. Ben Stiller, Gwyneth Paltrow, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, Bill Murray, Danny Glover. Good Christ, but it's a pretty good film as well. I guess about like I guess you want to say like a dysfunctional family, but okay. So another Tarkovsky film, Solaris. I haven't seen it, but the I think it's a Steven Soderbergh version with George Clooney is one of my favorite films from the early 2000s. That version of Solaris is fantastic. The only thing I've seen from this original version, which I should have watched, but I'll be watching soon, is there's like a lot of different weird, dreamy shots of the ocean that are unexplained, I think. So I'll definitely have to pick that one up. Someone actually recommended this movie to me, I think a year and a half ago, and the whole film is animated, and animation looks exactly like this image. So you can probably see why the hell I wanted to see it. But it's the weirdest looking shit. I haven't seen it yet, but it came out in 1973, 72 minutes long, and I watched the trailer for it and I was just like, this is weird shit. I need it in my body. So I need to check this out at some point. Okay, I actually found what the fuck I was looking for. Found what I was looking for. This right here is a great one to leave off on. I believe the first installment, which, if you want to zoom into that, the first installment, I think it's Conio e Scazzi, I think. But, yeah, I had to hunt this one down. This is probably the one to end on because this film, trilogy is extraordinary. They're like documentaries, and it's essentially the filmmakers sort of recorded seemingly random shots of like the city or like nature or strangers or like the inside of a factory, like the things that go on there visually, how people operate. They just took all this footage, and the way that they string it together, there's no dialogue. There's no dialogue whatsoever. There's only music. And the way they weave this footage together, it's like a art house experience is the best way I can describe these films. They're just like really surreal experiences, and really make you think about like life and death, and which might sound surprising given my description, but they really are that deep. This one right here at the bottom is the first one in the trilogy that was made. I think looks like it was made in 1983, but it's just so trippy, so trippy. I'm actually really glad that I found this because I'm probably gonna purchase this and the Samurai trilogy that I was showing you probably pretty soon. But for people who are not a big fan of documentaries, you should definitely check this out because these are among my favorites. So. But now I think we're good.